Yes, Johnny, I will do all of that because that's definitely what I can do in this game. Hello, everyone. Hi. I forgot what time I was going to stream. So let me turn this down real quick. Okay, so let me explain what happened, right? So basically, I was going to stream at like 1:30 today, but I changed my schedule literally last second when I posted it. So my original thing was I was going to stream at 1:30, right? So when I was getting the schedule tweet, right, I looked at my schedule and I was like, oh, it's actually 2. So I changed the thing on the schedule tweet to be at, 1:30 or whatever. And then that went off. Yippee. And then for some reason, like during the in-between of me just like waiting for a stream to start, or like for it to be time to start stream. Don't call me an idiot. It's so mean. That's so mean, Johnny. When I was waiting for the to wait for the stream, I was like, oh, it's 2:00. Because for some reason I thought I was posting the thing at 2 and I was streaming at 2:30. It's like, oh, it's 2:00. That tweet must have gone out. So I checked to see if it went out, and it says the tweet went out 31 minutes ago. And I was like, what? And I looked at my schedule and I was like, oh shit. And then I pressed live immediately. I was watching YouTube literally right before this stream started. And I just completely I haven't even opened the game up yet. We're gonna do that now because I am what statistically would be called a silly little goober. So I'm gonna open this game, turn off the music. It's time. Here we go. Don't do it. Don't call me an idiot again. That would be so mean, Johnny. Why can I not alt tab? There we go. Oh, why is everything not working how I wanted to? Let me do this. Okay. All right. Basically, by the way, episode 2, we're still on this part. We're going into an investigation. I did not know what to title this stream. Here we are. Let's start. Load the save. Woo! All right. I had to get right into it because I was not ready. Tyrion, what are we doing here? I'm not sure. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of fucked up when I was setting up streams, so I don't know where the fuck we are or why the fuck we're here. For some reason, you felt drawn to this place. Wait, is that Eris? Oh, brother! No, you cannot. Wow, we're just tied together by fate. No! Fuck you! This bitch is terrifying. I don't want her to anything my fate. Celeste points further into the cemetery. There, you see Eris standing in front of a gravestone. Is this too loud, by the way? No, it looks fine on audio levels. Johnny, if you're still here, can you tell me if the audio levels are fine? Like if I'm overpowering or if the music is overpowering or whatever, right? There, you see Eris standing in front of a gravestone. She's placing flowers on it and appears to be chanting a short prayer. I don't know. I was going to do some sort of prayer and I couldn't think of one. Well, we found her. We should probably talk to her later. It would be rude to disturb her now. As you're about to leave, Eris suddenly turns to face you. She's far away, but you can see her beckoning you over. Awesome.
Oh, hello there. Were you two looking for me?
Sorry, we were looking for you, but we understand if you'd rather talk later.
No, I was just finishing up here. Did you have something you wanted to talk to me about?
Well, we wanted to ask you some questions about the case.
Oh?
Why? Why do we want to talk to her? She's fucking weird. I don't like her. She's creepy. She changes history on a dime and it's fucking weird. It's like a trial.
That was my first time watching a court trial. You were truly remarkable.
Thank you. Were you in the gallery?
I've always enjoyed watching physical battles in the theater, but I see now that battles of wits can be just as entertaining to watch.
Entertaining?
Yeah, I know what you mean. You see, the odds are stacked against him.
But then he suddenly pulls out this crazy deduction and steers the trial in his favor. See, she just like I said this a lot last trial, Celeste just like me for real, for real. I've never really thought of it like that.
But I'm sure it's far more entertaining to be the one making the deductions, you damn fucking skippy bitch.
I'm not really sure what you mean. Oh shit. I practice law so that I can help those persecuted by the justice system. Sounded like my door opened for a sec. It didn't. I don't really do it to entertain myself.
But is that really true?
Yes.
Oh, ay! 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 What did that say? Hold on. Can I clip my own shit? Hold on. Hold on. This is so fucking important right now. Hold on. Can I shut up? Can I clip that? Can I see what the fuck she actually said there? Hold on. This is so important. I'm pulling up what she said there.
Is that really true?
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Okay. Hey! Whoa! Wait, she said my name! She said my name on the thing! She said my name. Hold on, I'm gonna screenshot this and then put the screenshot on the screen, but, Nah! Nah, bitch! No! You're not allowed to do that! No! Oh! No, sorry, Bob! Hold on, image. Hold on. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. What is that, pictures? Nah! You're not allowed that! Look! It's fucking... No! 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 Just, no! No! You're not allowed! Game! You're not allowed to fucking do that! Fuck you! Oh my god! Dude, you eat shit! Eris, I know you can fucking hear me, you psycho bitch! I hate you! I hate ye! I hate ye and your whole shit! I hate ye and your shtick! I hate you! I hate your hair! I hate your eyes! I hate the way your face just basically changed its entire structure! Fuck you! No! That's not okay! No! I am not part of the story! That would have really fucking sucked if I was like one of those VTubers who has a fake name as like, who goes like by like a fake name and then it just says my name right there. Thank God. What the fuck? You're not allowed! No! I'm not allowed to be part of the story! Fuck you! I realize that I'm holding on this, like, for way too long. Like, I'm keeping it on the... Dog! You! Fuck you! And ooh! Oh my god! Die! Mayhaps? Die in game? Mayhaps? Potential? E? Oh god, that's so weird. That's so weird. And then she just, nothing fucking happened. Bitch, something happened! I was so not expecting that. I was so not expecting that. I just want to real quick. Hold on. Hold on, just give me 1 sec. I just want... I want to... Hold on. Let me turn this off. And let me turn this off real quick. I just want to show this. Like,
But is that really true?
Yes.
oh, ay! I was
But is that
I was like way too focused on her fucking facial expression that I didn't even. Why is this not working? Okay, that was my stream deck was not working. Oh, and I'm not gonna be able to. All right, well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just let me do this, and then that. I was so not prepared for her to do that. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna clip this for myself here. Oh my god. I was like I need this to be crystal clear. I was genuinely that was oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna save this clip for later. I just wanna. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, let's continue with the game now. I'm gonna read this, and then I'm gonna read the actual, or like the quote-unquote actual line. Bitch. Alright.
Don't you find the experience even the least bit entertaining, Finn? Don't you find the experience even the least bit entertaining, Tyrion?
And it's such like I want you to understand that was like I was genuinely like that shocked me so bad. Bravo to the developers for giving me a fucking panic attack. Not like an actual. I want to make it not like an actual panic attack. I don't want anyone to worry, but like fuck. I wouldn't really put it that way. What'd you call me?
You're far too modest. You save people from the clutches of death. To your clients, you might as well be a knight in shining armor.
What did you call me? Earlier you said that you were studying illusion, but I genuinely have to calm down. Oh my god. I genuinely gotta calm down after that. Holy, let me get some water. Okay. Oh my god. I was like... That's so cool. That's so cool. It just freaked me out. Sorry. Oh my god. Okay. Whew. Earlier... I can't even talk now. Jesus Christ. Do you think she hears everything? Do you think she hears everything I'm saying about her and how I hate her and I dislike her immensely? Because that fucking suck. Anyways. Earlier you said that you were studying illusion magic.
I am. Did you want to ask me about the prosecution's theory?
Yes, actually. How'd you know?
I read the fucking script. It was easy to guess after seeing you in the courthouse. Anyways, disguising an undead with an illusion is definitely possible. And as Lady Steelwind said, illusory disguise would be the best spell to use for that.
What if someone created a freestanding illusion?
A freestanding illusion?
Yeah, we know that Wallace didn't animate and disguise the professor's corpse. So, what if the illusion wasn't disguising anything? Maybe someone created a freestanding illusion of Bellwether walking around? Hold on. Excuse me.
For something like that, one would probably use major illusion.
Major illusion. Okay, let's read this. School illusion, incantation Miluso, gesture none, duration until dispelled, concentration yes. Creates a 3-dimensional illusion. The illusion can take the form of any object or creature that can be contained in a 10-foot cube. While concentrating, the caster can animate and move the image to a different location within range. The illusion is purely visual and can't be physically touched. Well, that puts an ick on my problem. Did I say put an ick? Does that even make sense? I don't know what I'm saying. But hello, you got rid of so many of my clues? Okay, do I still have all my spells? I think I have all of them. I think these are all the ones I had. That kind of puts a... Okay, but here's the thing. This is still here. This is still here. This is still here. There's a lot here that still helps with my theory from last stream. So I'm throwing it out there. I think I had it right. Okay, well, thank you, Eris. I still hate you. I know you know I exist now. I just want that to be very clear. Huh. What is it? I didn't even see what I clicked. What was the thing I clicked? It doesn't tell me. Okay. What is it? I don't think major illusion is what we're looking for. Do you remember what Jan said? I was cleaning a mess in the hallways. I kind of forgot what its voice was. I think it was this. Bellwether knocked over a vase, and there were shards of dirt everywhere. Shards and dirt, not shards of dirt. That doesn't make sense. If the bellwether that Jan saw was a major illusion, then she couldn't have knocked over the vase. Illusions created by that spell don't have any mass.
I see. How perceptive of you. Aren't there any other illusion spells that do have mass? No, illusions can only recreate visual and auditory sensations. But there isn't a single illusion spell that someone can touch.
Sorry, I'm looking at her in a whole different way. It's not a better way. It's actually a far worse way than before. Does she know the voice I've given her? Does she like the voice I've given her? Does she hate the voice I've given her? Is she aware of My Hero Academia? Does she know of Shigaraki and what his dub voice sounds like? Is she aware that I'm doing that as an impression? She's probably aware now because she can hear my fucking words. Is this game a virus? Anyway. So that means that someone disguised something to make it look like Bellwether. Fear.
Why the look of suspicion, Celeste? Sorry, I wasn't... Calm down, I'm only joking. I don't blame you for considering every possibility. In fact, I'm flattered you think I'm capable of pulling off such an elaborate ruse.
Fear. Yeah, nah, me too, Celeste. I felt so much fear. Holy shit. Anyways, this does tell us one important thing.
What's that?
The bellwether that Jan saw had a physical mass to it. It wasn't a freestanding illusion. It was someone or something disguised as bellwether. Jan's statement. Ooh, I love the icon. This is what I'm fucking talking about. This just looks like World of Warcraft, like, icons for, like, abilities and shit. Or I guess Baldur's Gate 3, too, which I'm really debating on buying. Anyways, anything else we get the Harrow gravestone?
It's quite a shame, isn't it?
Eris looks pensively at the gravestone. The name on the stone says Emily Grant, and her lifetime appears to be awfully short. She must have only been 12 years old when she died. Oh. Sorry for interrupting you. Was she someone you knew?
Not personally. I'm actually here on Wallace's behalf. Wallace knew her?
Wallace is... him, right? Yep, Wallace Nightgrave. Wasn't that the girl from, like, that first thing? What did it say? Emily Grant. I think that was the one that was in the, like, preview thingy, I guess, where you see the headmaster and Wallace yelling at each other.
Wallace knew her? Wallace joined the academy as part of a program run by Headmaster Redmond. At the time, the headmaster was reaching out to mages among the common folk. He had started a program to admit these mages to actually without having... to the academy. Why did I say actually? Wow. Finn, you're really fucking this shit up.
See, now I can make these fourth wall jokes because she knows I'm real. I'm not going to get over that for the entire stream, I guarantee you. That's just going to be the joke for the entire stream. Ooh. All right.
He had started a program to admit these mages to the academy without having to pay tuition. Both Emily and Wallace were among those mages. Wow. That must have been an amazing opportunity for them. The truth is, neither of them actually cared about learning magic. The real problem was that Emily had a terminal illness.
Yeah, this is the girl.
She and Wallace were poor orphans. They obviously didn't have the resources to treat it. But if they enrolled in the academy...
the academy would be obliged to give her medical treatment. Was that Tyrion? Were those both Tyrion? I clicked the wrong one because for some reason I get these mixed up. No, that was Eris. Okay.
The Imperial Academy teaches the best mages in the kingdom. They thought that curing her illness would be an easy task for the Academy's healers. But they were mistaken, I'm afraid. I'm sure you know this by now, but healing spells can only treat wounds. Can't cure illnesses. Emily's condition only got worse over the years, and eventually she succumbed to her illness. Wallace was furious. He didn't understand why the kingdom was outlawing magic that could save lives.
And that's why he decided to learn it himself.
Yes, the headmaster was inspired by Wallace's resolve. He gave him access to the Academy's forbidden tomes of necromancy, and Wallace taught himself the spells that he knows today. So that's why. It was supposed to stay a secret between him and the headmaster, but I'm sure you know how that turned out.
Girl, respectfully, if you just jump out of my computer screen right now, I'll punch you in the fucking jaw. Don't test me. I will sock you in the jaw. Like a radio 1-2. A radio 1-2 smackaroo. Swear to God, bitch, try it. Okay, anyways. This game is making me paranoid. I am threatening a PNG right now. I am threatening a GIF. Oh my God.
But I'm sure you know how that turned out.
Don't do that.
I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Where can I go? I'ma go to the foyer, I guess. Bye, bitch, bye.
Okay, that ended up nowhere. Let's move.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Cuthbert.
Hey, Aria! Please don't talk to me. I'm gonna cry. Steelwind? What are you doing here?
After what happened at the trial yesterday, I decided it would be best to start my investigation here.
What a coincidence! Right, Wallace was in the library for the entire morning, so it would make sense that she'd start her search here.
Actually, since I have you here, have you seen Eris Illmaster anywhere? It's my understanding that you're both acquainted with each other.
Eris? What do you want with her?
She is fucking with me.
I like to imagine she is messing with everyone like this. She's just going around to people and doing this switchy shit. Oh my God.
It's not for anything serious, mind you. I'm just going fucking insane! It's just that oaf of a commander lost her spell compendium. Now we need to produce another one for our records. If you see her, please let her know that we'd like to speak to her.
We saw her earlier in the cemetery nearby, but I have no idea where she is now.
Once again, I have to compensate for the idiot's mistakes.
Fucking sorry, bitch. Damn. Anyways, I was wondering if I could ask you some questions about the case.
Very well, I suppose I still need to honor our deal from earlier.
You do. Any leads?
Have you had any luck finding the scene of the crime? Unfortunately, I haven't. From the witnesses' testimonies, we have a rough idea of the route Bellwether took, but none of the rooms we've checked have any sign of a struggle. Why are you so sure that a struggle happened? I'm mainly basing that off of the Ionis sisters' testimonies. Valerie, in particular, noticed that the bleeding came from a wound in her stomach. Regrettably, the body's wounds were mended.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm burping. Anyway.
So we can't determine what kind of weapon the murderer used.
Fine. Anyway, the other witnesses. During the trial, you mentioned that another witness saw Bellwether walking around yesterday. Would you be willing to tell us who that person is?
I'm sorry, but I can't tell you that.
Caught a little off guard. You've been pretty transparent with your investigation so far. What's changed?
I have no obligation to justify myself to you. Nor do I have an obligation to help the opposition.
Didn't we have a deal? Hiding information doesn't exactly seem fair to us.
I believe I've given you plenty of information already. So regardless of what I said before, the answer is still no. Her family is dangerous.
I wish I had a Go XLR to put voice effects on, That'd be fucking cool. Maybe I can... Oh, I figured out another stream. The Eye of Horus catches a stray thought from her. Her family is dangerous. What does that mean? Is something about this witness's family... Is there something about this witness's family that you're worried about?
Fear.
No. This could be a feint. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try harder than that if you want to bluff me. She referred to the witness as her. Furthermore, she said that her family is dangerous. Why would she go to such lengths to hide this witness's identity? In any case, it looks like she's not willing to share more at the moment. Maybe you should try looking somewhere else. Okay, bye. I guess we go to the locker room. It's the only other location we haven't been to yet. If you spend some time wandering through the academy when you overhear a conversation from a nearby room.
Oh, hello, it's me again. From where I understand, Miss Steelwind has already moved the investigation elsewhere. How long must I wait before I can retrieve my things?
Oh, hello, it's me again.
Sorry, old-timer. Orders are orders. Nothing comes in or out till the case is over and done with. Commander White? And the headmaster, too.
Oh, hello, Mr. Cuthbert. Hey, kid.
He just, like, fist bumps me. Hey, yo, dab me up. Just Orem going, hey, yo, dab me up, Tyrion. My boy, my homie. I don't know why I love that idea. Just that, hey, yo, dab me up, Tyrion. What is good, my boy? Like...
In any case, there are other matters I must attend to. Please inform me when I can reclaim my things.
Sure. I'm by. Looks like Commander White is standing guard in front of this locker room, and it doesn't look like he's conducting any sort of investigation. Is he here on Steelwind's orders? He might be able to tell you who this secret witness is. Let's talk. The headmaster. What was the headmaster talking to you about? Supposedly, he has some items stored in one of the faculty lockers. The problem is, Steelwind said no one gets in or out of this room. Except for her and you two, apparently. She won't even let the other knights in here. Really? Is that normal? Nope. But things rarely are when she's calling the shots. Why would she give you access to the crime scene if she wasn't even letting the knights in? Steelwind's orders. With the exception of you and Celeste McCoy, Prosecutor Steelwind isn't allowing anyone inside the key areas of the Academy. She isn't even allowing the Knights of the Inquisition within these areas. She appears to be conducting the investigation single-handedly. I guess she likes us! I don't know, that's weird. That's a weird stipulation. I guess she's like making do on her agreement or something, but that feels like something that would have happened later. Like before our investigation, not later, earlier. Stupid. I don't know what her deal is, but she's been acting strange lately. She's been a real paranoid, that girl. Frankly, I can't tell what's going on through her head. I can. Let's talk about Steelwind's paranoia. You mentioned that the prosecutor has been paranoid lately. Do you think it has something to do with this case? Nah, it started... It started? I thought it said startled. Nah, it started way before that. Lately, she's been using the Inquisition to investigate a lot of non-magical homicides. What? Wouldn't it be easier to... Why'd my phone go off? What is this? Hold on. Wait, this is an important thing I need to read. Fuck, I'll do that later. Okay. What? Wouldn't it be easier to work with the... Actually... Okay, we're gonna be right back, because this is actually kind of important, and I don't want to wait on this, because I don't know how long the window is. I'll be back. What is going on with my stream deck? Sorry, it's not... Go here. Go here. Why is this not working? What the fuck? Okay, well, I have to get used to clicking these. Alright, I'll be back. I am back. Sorry about that. I got a call, and I had to answer it. Or I had to call him back. Let's get back to the video game! What? Wouldn't it be easier to work with the relevant law enforcement for that? I don't know why, but she's convinced that these cases have magic involved. But we scanned each and every one of these crime scenes, nothing turned up. I gotta say, though, if it weren't for the scans, I might actually agree with her. Why do you say that? Those homicides. I haven't seen anything like them. They're probably some of the most screwed up cases I've ever handled. For one of those cases, we had ourselves a disgruntled spouse. She found out that her man was going around with the barkeep. And you know what the spouse does? She stalks the poor woman. She starts leaving threatening notes all around where she worked. The barkeep told the City Watch all about what was happening. But no matter how much they stalked out the tavern, they could never catch the perp. Then one day, the barkeep arrived home. But little did she know, the spouse was waiting there for her. The poor lady never had a chance. Then, to tie the whole thing together, the spouse waits for her husband to get home. She cooks him a big roast, using the barkeep's remains. Jesus Christ! Wow! Fuck me, yeah, that would do it!
Wow, that story is pretty...
I know. Steelwind thinks someone's developed a new type of magic that can control people's minds. Oh, you know, honestly, maybe she's onto something. We might want to look into Eris. Sorry, I really don't like that bitch. I don't like that bitch. And these homicides was some kind of sick test run. Magic that can control people's minds?
But wouldn't Mage Blight make more sense?
Mage Blight?
When a mage overuses their magic, it can have pretty bad consequences on their mind.
I remember that from the demo. They talked about Mage Blight. So in the first chapter, there was a thing about Mage Blight, and I think they were accusing Celeste of having it? Or something? I remember that from the demo, but I guess they moved it to here. Interesting.
They temporarily lose grip of reality and begin seeing things that aren't there. When a mage becomes like that, it almost never ends well. They enter a frenzy and begin firing spells randomly, which only makes it worse.
I've seen my fair share of Mage Blight cases, and this isn't like that. Not all the perps were mages, and the ones that were didn't even use their magic. One thing was that the perps almost seemed to wake up after we arrested them. All of them said things like, "It wasn't me," or "I didn't have a choice." They didn't have a choice? What does that mean? I doubt it means anything. Sometimes people can't face the things they've done. It's easier to say that. It's easier to say that you had no control than to take responsibility. Right. Okay.
You wonder if you can mislead the commander into revealing who the secret witness is. During the trial, Miss Dillon mentioned that someone other than Jan Hughes saw Bellwether walking around.
Hold on.
Have you seen them around lately? We wanted to speak with them.
Nice try, kid. Well, it was worth a shot. Honestly, I couldn't tell you if I wanted to. I don't think anyone other than Steelwind knows who that witness is. I sure as hell doubt.
What? She's even hiding it from the Inquisition commander? Why is she being so secretive?
It looks like the commander doesn't know who this secret witness is either.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Steelwind's behavior is strange, though.
Perhaps you can try analyzing her behavior. If you do that, you might be able to find a way to convince her to help you.
Okay, Steelwind's behavior has been strange this time around. She's been hiding elements of the case even from the commander. Anyone can tell that she doesn't have much faith in him.
I'm standing right here.
I love Tyrion because he just talks out loud and has absolutely no filter in that. It's great. But this isn't the first time I've seen her hide key details from a case behind. What is motivating Steelwind to keep secrets? There has to be a reason why she's being so secretive. Paranoia? Her actions must be driven by paranoia. She's been hoarding information about the case. There's only one reason why she wouldn't utilize the Inquisition like she usually does. It's because she doesn't trust them.
I hate to say it, but that doesn't really surprise me. She's always been standoffish with us. But there is one exception who has Steelwood trusted for this case. Us. An individual who is trusted more than the Inquisition during this case, Tyrion and Celeste. They just gave me the answer. She let us investigate the crime scenes without any restrictions. Yeah, I never really thought about that. Does she trust us that much? I don't think personal trust is the reason. Why does Steelwood trust this time? Why does Steelwood trust us this time? We don't usually interact with her, and she's worked with the Inquisition on plenty of cases that weren't even involved in. Tyrion isn't capable of using magic. No, there's a key difference between us and the Inquisition. Oh, I'm just not a member? We don't... so why would it make Steelwind trust this time around? Isn't a member of the nobility of the Inquisition. No, there's a key What? We don't answer to anyone. We aren't subject to corruption. So we're not a member of the nobility? Okay. Employee of the nobility. The Inquisition. What? It's Tyrion, obviously. Isn't controlled by the nobility. There we go! It took me a second. Steelwind doesn't know much about us, but she does know that we aren't prone to noble corruption. Right, you indicted a noble during the last case. I seriously can't tell if that's indicted or indicted. Meanwhile, the Inquisition usually bends to the nobility's whims. Well, I can't argue with you there. What can you infer about the secret witness? Using my insight, I could tell that she's worried about the witness's family. And if she's worried about the corruption from the nobility, that can only mean one thing. The witness is a noble. The witness has to belong to a noble family. That's why she's so wary of interference. But we're obviously not going to do anything corrupt. Why is she hiding the witness identity from us? Recall seeing a thought through the eye. So regardless of what I said before, the answer is still no. Her family is dangerous. I think she's worried about our safety. Yeah, I guess harassing a noble can put you in danger. But I'm the protege of the infamous Ruby Tamora. Yeah, it's not as if we aren't already on the nobility's bad side. I'm sure the Pierce family still has it out for us. This can only mean that that the family we're dealing with is even more powerful than House Pierce. If the prosecutor is wary of them, they could even be as powerful as the Steelwinds. Wait, don't tell me you think we're dealing with one of the 4 pillars! 4 pillars? It's a name people use for the top 4 noble houses. Why 4? Why not 3? Or why not 5? These families stand at the top of the kingdom's aristocracy. How many pillars are there? If I recall correctly, the 4 pillars are House Freyga, House Von Sanctus, House Sybil, and House Steelwind. House Freyga. That one sounded familiar. That one sounds familiar. I think that was also in the Wallace flashback. Steelwind is a part of one of them? Yeah, which makes it so much weirder that she's serving as a prosecutor. The 4 pillar families. The 4 pillars refer to the 4 most powerful noble houses. These houses are House Steelwind, House Freyga, House Von Sanctus, and House Sybil. What is it? Steelwind's weird behavior all started after she investigated this room. We were at the crime scene, and she left to follow a lead. But an hour later, she came back to the lecture hall and booted everyone out. Her behavior changed after investigating this room. That means that she found something interesting here. And that something must point to a family from the 4 pillars. The commander looks a bit anxious. You know, Steelwind's orders say I can't snoop around here, but you two, on the other hand, don't worry, just leave it to us. I have some school records to say which locker belongs to which student. You can use it to tell whose locker you're looking at. Awesome. Oh, there's an arcane construct in the back here. It's probably here to aid the students. Anyways, I don't think it's relevant to our investigation. But perhaps you should make a small note of it anyways. Construct in the locker room. There appears to be an inactive arcane construct in the academy locker room. You use the legend that the commander gave you. You look carefully across the list and find... It's a legend? Did I read that wrong? You used the legend. He didn't give us a legend. He gave us a school record. I don't know why it's called legend. You look carefully across the list and find some notable student names. Fuck! Nightgrave is the only one that doesn't matter. Oh, wait, they're all... Oh, that's Wallace. I want to be honest, I saw Miriam Frege first, and I just immediately looked away from everything else. Got Wallace Nightgrave, Miriam Frege, Jaden Von Sanctus. That's a sick fucking name. And Warren Sybil. Let's look at Wallace first. You open Wallace's locker. Inside, you find a bottle of fragrant liquid and something that looks like a makeup kit. Huh, I didn't expect Wallace to use stuff like this. It does seem strange, but it's not your place to judge. Anyways, you should try looking through the other lockers. You use the legend that the commander gave you, you look carefully, blah blah blah, Miriam Frege. You open the locker with Miriam Frege's ID number. Inside, you find a stack of worn-out textbooks and notebooks. Wait a minute. These notebooks all have Wallace's name on them. Oh, she stole them. You open the notebook and look through its pages. It appears to be research on the art of necromancy. These are Wallace's notebook. Wait. Who said it? Who fucking said it? Supposedly Bellwether told the headmaster, not that. The headmaster activated the academy. Nope, that's not it. Catherine Bellwether attends for no, that's not it. With the exception of that's not it. That's not it. Hold on, there's a thing. Someone said that when Wallace was getting bullied, they would change the locker, or they would change like the locker, what is it, numbers or whatever? They would change like the IDs. And that's how him and Eris became friends, because the people swapped their name tags, and she was like, hey, here you go. And then they became friends after that. So this is actually Wallace's. These are Wallace's notebooks. But why are they in Miriam Frege's locker? Did Miriam steal his things? What's going on here? You and Celeste check the locker more thoroughly. Wait a minute. Tyrion, take a look at this. That's blood. Evidence in the locker. There's a stain of blood inside the locker with Miriam Frege's ID number. You use the legend and the... Okay. So that's what it happened. They swapped the name tags between Wallace and Miriam's thingies to something. To something the other, Anyway, Jaden Von Sanctus. You open Jaden Von Sanctus's locker. Inside, you find several bottles of some kind of transparent lotion. There's nothing but lotion in here. Oh, I wonder why a student would need this much lotion. Take one of the bottles to inspect it more closely. Wait, Tyrion! Don't touch those with your hands! It's some kind of sanitizing liquid. It's a little strange, but it doesn't seem to be related to the case. You use the legend, the blah blah blah. Okay. Warren Sybil. You open Warren Sybil's locker. Inside, you find some textbooks and a neatly stacked deck of tarot cards. Oh, it's like those cards that fortune tellers use. Or from JoJo's Part 3. Or from Persona. Pick your poison. I wonder if this student studies divination magic. Is that one of the houses? Or one of the arcane arts, I mean? But anyways, I don't think this is related to the case. You use the legend, blah, blah, blah.
We looked at them all.
We found a few things, but I can't really make sense of any of it. We should look at this from the prosecutor's perspective. Steelwind found something in one of the lockers. Who is the locker of the most suspicious evidence? Oh, gee, I fucking wonder. And whatever that was, it made her extremely paranoid. It was fucking Frege. No matter how we look at it, we found some insanely suspicious things in Frege's locker. It had Wallace's notebooks and even some blood. But that blood certainly is strange. It implies that something bloody was stored there. Do you think someone stole it? No, actually. I think it was Steelwind who took it.
Oh, right. Aura mentioned that she investigated this room. She must have taken the bloody item as evidence. But with that said, there's something else that's strange about Miriam Frega's locker. It had a lot of Wallace's possessions. It's possible that she really did steal these items from him. But why'd I have like a weird fucking accent there? But it's more likely that this locker isn't actually hers. Remember what? Yeah, okay, here we go. Remember what Wallace told us before, flashback? Sometimes the other students would steal the ID number off my locker. They'd switch it with the number of another locker. They thought it was funny whenever the student who owned that locker got angry with me. So someone switched the nameplates?
This means this isn't Miriam Frega's locker. It was Wallace's.
But that would mean that the bloody object came from Wallace's locker.
It appears so. Great, evidence in the locker. There's a stain of blood inside the locker with Miriam Frega's ID number. This locker actually belongs to Wallace Nightgrave. Someone must have switched the ID numbers of Miriam's locker. Really fun and cool and awesome and yippee! But if that's true, why didn't Steelwind present the bloody item during the trial? I proved that Bellwether was wounded before Valerie healed her. Wouldn't that have been a perfect time to present what she found? It was a bloody item from in the defendant's locker, after all. She could have easily proved that the nameplates were switched, too.
Right. That is weird.
There's something more to this that you aren't seeing, but what? I think we'll have to just ask Steelwind ourselves. Well, thanks, Orem. Love voicing you, as always, but we gotta skedaddle, you know how it is. Is she still in the library? She is! Oh, you're back. We've uncovered a few things during our investigation. Miss Steelwind, are you acquainted with a student named Miriam Frega? Huh. I underestimated him. Thank you! I said it before, Mr. Cuthbert, I won't fall for such an obvious bluff. It's not a bluff, Miss Steelwind. And I'll prove it using the evidence we've gathered. It's like, oh, damn, we just have that. All right. Aria Steelwind's psychological profile is complete. So let's talk and debate our argument. The secret witness. Steelwind is paranoid. And for whatever reason, it's due to the involvement of Miriam Frega. If you could convince her to reveal why she's being so secretive, she might give you more information. Yes! Words! Eyes open, I'm ready to argue! I want to see Tyrion Cuthbert in a fucking Twitter argument. Okay, what does it say? Steelwind is extremely logical and won't accept arguments that aren't supported by evidence. However, she has become secretive lately. Her actions seem to stem from paranoia. She's uneasy about case elements that relate to Miriam Frega, and she's very inclined to hide Frega's involvement from the court at all costs. Got it! Let's work with that! You've been behaving strange lately, Steelwind. Even the Knights of the Inquisition have noticed. Please, just tell me, why are you being so paranoid? I'm not sure what you're trying to imply, Mr. Cuthbert. Nothing about my behavior has changed. I've approached this case objectively, just like I have with every other case. Well, that seems like a little bit of bullshit. Where is that? Steelwind's orders. You've ordered the Knights to stay away from the crime scene, and you've even taken it upon yourself to conduct the investigation yourself. That is not normal behavior for a prosecutor. I took those actions because the Inquisition is incompetent. How could I possibly trust them with anything? The Knights are incompetent, but even you can see the value of delegation. During Celeste's case, you still delegated tasks to the Inquisition, and you could have easily investigated the McCoy Tavern yourself. This academy is huge. You wouldn't conduct your investigation this way unless you had a good reason. Eat shit, bitch. Then why don't you enlighten me? Why would I act in such a way? What would cause me to behave so strangely? Yeah. You know that the Inquisition is corrupt and will bend to the nobility. So, what would happen if a powerful noble were publicly involved in this case? With that noble's influence, they'd probably order the Inquisition to conceal their involvement. A high-profile noble is involved in this case, Steelwind. And I believe that the noble is Miriam Frega. Again with this.
Do you think you can bluff me by throwing out the names of random nobles? Not every noble is a malevolent criminal like Garrick Pierce. I've said it before and I'll say it again. My investigation doesn't involve the Fregas. Nothing about this case has anything to do with House Frega.
Bullshit! Evidence!
Then how do you explain this, Steelwind? The commander told us that you were following a lead in the locker room yesterday. We investigated the lockers of the students from the 4-pillar families, and we found stains of blood in a locker with Miriam Frega's ID number, and it was presumably left by a bloody object. The bloody object was taken by someone, and we heard that you became extremely paranoid after you found something in the locker room. If I had to guess, which I am going to right now in case you couldn't tell, I'd say that you took the bloody object as evidence. And what evidence do you have to support these outrageous claims? What? The only thing you have is evidence of a blood stain. There is a myriad of explanations for that. Everything else you mentioned is pure speculation. You can't prove that the piece of evidence exists. I could have found any number of things in that room, or possibly nothing at all. Appeal. You're hiding evidence. You're hiding evidence, Miss Steelwind? Do you see how wrong that is? No, she's not gonna fall for that. Rationalize. This might be the one. Let's not be coy, Miss Steelwind.
McCoy.
You get it because the last name is McCoy. It says let's not be coy.
Sorry. Let's not be coy, Miss Stillman. Anyone can tell that the bloodstain is the most notable thing in that room. She's logical, so that might be the one. If you don't present what you found to the court, I'll have no choice but to pull the owner of that locker onto the stand. Ooh, that might be a good one, actually. Steelwind is... Oh, she's uneasy about the case elements, and she's very inclined to hide Frega's involvement from the court at all costs. So threatening might actually be the play. I'm gonna threaten. There we go, bitch! You found an object in the locker with Miriam Frega's nameplate on it. If you don't present what you found to the court, I'll have no choice but to pull the owner of that locker onto the stand. That's ridiculous. We both know that the locker in question belongs to Wallace Nightgrave. Can you unequivocally prove that, Miss Steelwind? Because the way I see it, personally, the way my eyes see it, and I could not have 20/20 vision, but from what I see, there's a lot of room for doubt there. Enough doubt for me to pull Miss Frega onto the witness stand. But if I had more context, maybe I wouldn't have to resort to that. We are such a fucking bitch. I love it.
Argument 1!
Well played, Mr. Cuthbert. I suppose I don't have a choice, do I?
You've successfully persuaded Aria Steelwind. Now let's talk about the truth.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't acting to protect the nobility. But I'll admit that Miriam Frega was the other witness that saw Bellwether that day.
I see. I had some suspicions, but...
There's also another matter.
Steelwind looks uneasy.
When I was investigating the body, I found this.
Evidence of academic dishonesty. A tightly packed folder containing several documents. Documents contain evidence detailing multiple instances of plagiarism, fraud, bribery of school officials, and various other offenses committed by Miriam Frega. Interesting. What the... It looks like Miriam's been cheating at school. But why would Bellwether have something like this?
From the way it's arranged, I think it might have been blackmail. Miriam Frega is considered a prodigy in the practice of conjuration magic. She's won a litany of awards, and she will most definitely graduate with honors. If these files were to reach the public, it would absolutely ruin her reputation. Do you think that the professor was trying to threaten her? It appears so. When I discovered this, several elements of the case were still unknown. I decided to look through her belongings, and I mistakenly looked through the locker with her ID. Found this in that locker.
bloody rapier. A rapier covered in blood. It was found in Wallace Nightgrave's locker. Apparently, it's a valuable family heirloom to House Frege. Oh. It was reported stolen by Miriam Frege weeks before the murder. Huh. You know what? She's conjuration. Which I don't really know what conjuration magic is. But the idea I have in my brain right now, I don't know what conjuration magic is like. For what I know, or from what I can infer based on knowing what illusion and conjuration means, I think they're very similar, but the only difference is conjuration is stuff that, like, is made to be touched. So, shit, maybe Theodore didn't do it. Catherine Bellwether feels like a better... But conjuration magic wasn't found at the scene of the crime. Illusion magic was. That's the problem right now. Illusion magic was the one found at the crime scene, not conjuration, or whatever it was. Conjuration, whatever. So my thought is... I don't know.
It's very likely that this is the murder weapon. This rapier is a valuable family heirloom for House Frege. And a few weeks ago, Miriam reported that the rapier was stolen from her room. And then it was found in Wallace's locker.
Not that I'm complaining, but why didn't you present this in court?
To be honest, I'd like to avoid involving House Frege by any means necessary.
I knew it! You're just protecting her, aren't you?
Miss McCoy, do you recall how Wyvern Guard... Let me try that again. Miss McCoy, do you recall how Wyvern Guard's justice system works? To acquit a defendant, you need to unequivocally prove that they didn't commit the crime. To do that, they either need a solid alibi,
or we need to prove that someone else committed the crime.
What do you suppose will happen if you bring Miriam Frege onto the stand? House Frege won't allow one of its members to be indicted in a court of law. They'll plant and forge evidence to implicate your defendant, and they'll use the Inquisition to do so.
So that's why you've been keeping them away from the investigation.
Can't you do anything? The Steel Winds are powerful too, aren't they?
Give me a sec. Sorry, I'm staying hydrated. Oh, God. Hold on, I need to drink more of this. I feel lightheaded. Okay, I think we're good. Or at least I hope we're good. Okay.
The Steel Ones are powerful too, aren't they? I don't have the support of my house. Right now, I'm just a prosecutor, nothing more.
Damn.
Steelwind, you know that this isn't fair for us. Just do nothing and let us win. Celeste, if we can't go after Miriam, then you can at least help us save Wallace. I'm not going to do that.
Why? What if Miriam Frege is the real killer? Her sword is the murder weapon and Bellwether was trying to blackmail her.
I seem to recall another case where an innocent person's sword was used to frame them. That's... As a prosecutor, it is not my place to decide who's guilty and who's not.
Yes, it is. It's your place to decide who's guilty. Well, kind of. It's your place to accuse who's guilty.
I won't engage in corruption, even if it's to counter corruption from another noble house. I'm sorry.
Do you know where Miriam is right now?
Didn't you hear what I just said? You can't let her think that there's even the slightest possibility you'll indict her.
She'll be... Okay, hold on, because this is Oop, I did something. Okay, we're back. I want to, real quick... I want to find the pronunciation.
English, it's pronounced as indict.
It is indict! Fuck the English language, dude! Alright.
She'll bring the entire wrath of House Frege down on you.
Regardless, I can't do anything for Wallace unless I know everything that happened. Frege has the last piece I need to put everything together.
Well, I suppose I don't have much of a choice, do I? Her dormitory is room 107. I imagine she'll be there considering classes are suspended.
Thank you, Steelwind.
If I don't tell you, I'm sure you'll probably just find out using some other means. But please, Mr. Cuthbert, be careful.
I dope later. We're gonna go to room 107 later. You follow Miss Steelwind's directions and find Miriam Frege's dorm room. The door leading inside seems a lot more ornately decorated than the other dorms. You go knock on the door, but you don't realize that it's only partially closed. As your fist comes in contact with the wood, you accidentally push the door wide open.
Excuse me! How dare you barge into my room? These insects have no respect.
I'm trying to get a voice. I said before that I feel like British is kind of her vibe, but also I don't...
These insects have no respect.
I guess? Sorry, I meant to knock, but...
Construct, remove these hoodlums from my room! Acknowledged.
From the corner of the room, an arcane construct stands up and starts making its way towards you. Before you can protest, it raises a fist to hit... Whoa! Oh, yo! She's battle ready! Is there a way, can I put away is there a way to put away can I, hold on. Hold on, is there a way I can put away Is there no way I can hide the text bar? Damn it, dude. Is there, hold on, controls. Let me see, there might be a thing. Dialogue progress, testimony press, submit evidence. Never mind. Okay, there's no point. Okay, well that's unset. Dude, why is my fucking stream deck not working? Whatever. Anyway, she's battle fucking ready. You only have enough time to raise your arms and brace yourself for the impact. You close your eyes and wait for the blow. But instead, you hear the clang of steel against steel. Confused, you open your eyes and see Celeste standing between you and the construct, dude. Okay. I'm not trying to doubt, or I'm not trying to, like, whatever, because I know this game was made on, like, probably a shoestring budget. If they had, like, an art of Celeste, like, holding back the arcane construct, that'd be fucking sick. I get why they don't have that, because that would cost money. And I'm sure this game didn't have an incredibly huge budget, but... just saying. Confused, you open your eyes and see Celeste standing between you and the construct. Her sword is drawn, and she's using it to block Construct's fist. Upon taking a closer look at Celeste, the student stares curiously at her.
Construct, stand down.
Acknowledged. I'm trying to figure out a voice for her.
I'm terribly sorry for that. I wasn't aware that this was your servant.
My what? Celeste looks angrily, but puts away her sword without a word.
I haven't noticed you around campus. Are you a new student? If she has a personal attendant, she must be important.
What? You see an opportunity? Yes! My master just enrolled here recently!
What?
Celeste gives you a puzzled look, but you make a silent gesture back. That's my silent gesture, but with noise. After a moment, she seems to realize what you're doing.
Yes, I just started here. I take it you're Miriam Frege. Yes, I'm honored that you recognize me.
Miriam Frege, occupation student. Okay.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, miss. I'm Celeste.
Yeah, she catches herself and pauses for an awkward moment.
Wind.
Oh, okay. Interesting way of doing this.
I'm Celeste Steelwind.
I can't believe her. There's no way she's going to believe.
Steelwind! It's a pleasure to meet another member of such an esteemed house. She must be from a branch family. Maybe I can use her.
Wait, she's actually buying this? Holy shit, she's dumb as fuck. So, they changed the thing. They changed fuck, what's it called? They changed her little thingy bopper on the thingy, the name card. They changed Celeste Steelwind. Oh, that's fucking great.
I just moved in, and I thought I should introduce myself. Seeing as you're a top student in the field of conjugation.
Conjuration.
Yes!
Well, there's no backing out now. Cool. Hello, questions.
Miss Frege, I was wondering if I could ask you some questions about... Excuse me, I don't believe anyone has permitted you to speak.
Oh, here we go. I love that line. Just, oh, here we go. Celeste is still smiling, but you can faintly hear her grinding her teeth together.
So, we heard about what happened to Professor Bellwether. I can't believe it. Yes, it's quite tragic what happened to her. She has always been an acquaintance of House Frege.
She appears to be more receptive to Celeste. Might be better to let her take a lead on the questioning. Cool, the murder.
We heard that you saw her on the day of the murder. Could you tell us more about what happened? Oh, you heard that from your relative, did you? If you don't mind me asking, why are you so interested? She's not like Arya, is she? I'm just curious is all.
I don't know what I'm having such a struggle trying to keep because basically these are the same voice, but one has a British accent and one has my normal accent, so it's really hard.
You know how uneventful life can be sometimes, being a noble and all.
Alright, tone it down.
Oh, is that all? I was worried you were going down the same path as that poor, confused Arya.
What does she mean by that?
But I'm in the middle of a study break anyways. I suppose I have some time to stay to sate your curiosity. Construct, please prepare us some tea. Use that lotus tea we imported from Eastern Kingdoms. She could be useful if I can win her favor. Acknowledged. Lotus tea? You have lotus juice?
You feel like you're slowly losing control of this situation. Probably because you are the quote-unquote servant in this quote-unquote situation. Okay. What did you see?
I heard that you saw the professor on the day of the murder. Where did this happen? I was in the hallways when I saw her coming out of the headmaster's office. She was heading towards the library. Do you remember what time this happened? I'm not really sure, honestly. It's a little embarrassing, but I have a bad habit of getting too absorbed in my work. Sometimes I'll let entire hours pass without noticing.
She has ADHD. Her hair is so pretty. I love the colors. And like the way the blue is in the, I love it. Sorry, it's just, I'm noticing that. Do you have a rough idea, at least?
I think it was in the morning.
I'm having such a hard time keeping this voice, I swear to God.
She thinks it was in the morning? But anyways, did anything seem off about her? No, it was a short encounter.
Fear.
I merely greeted her, and she responded in kind. Or at least that's what should have happened.
That thought just now, what does it mean? You slowly glance at Celeste and catch her attention. It's like, just like coughing up a lung. Celeste! Like, in small motions, you shake your head to indicate that Miriam is holding something back.
Were you and the professor really on good terms? I heard she was pretty mean towards other students. Toward the riffraff, maybe, but not to students like us. She was a great ally to House Frege, or at least, she used to be. That's why we were planning on appropriating her.
That's not the right word. Jesus, I have this weird habit I'm noticing of just completely making up words for this.
That's why we were planning on appointing her as the new headmaster. Wait, what did you just say? The new headmaster? Did you just say your family was going to appoint Bellwether as the new headmaster? Oh, I'm surprised you didn't know. House Frege holds several seats on the Academy's board. We were making plans to have her replace the
that Lot Redmond. Lot? Nah. They were going to sack the headmaster? Did Headmaster Raymond know about this? Oh, of course not. That's part of the large-scale plan. I feel like I'm going way too falsetto with this. So, okay, hold on. This is the Celeste voice, and then if I give it a British accent, it suddenly feels a lot less good of a voice. I don't know. Fuck it, we'll stay with it. Who gives a shit? Along with Redmond, we were also going to replace all of the staff members with arcane constructs. We had to motherfucker! We had to keep everything under wraps, or else the help would have left permanently. And where would that leave us? But Jan supposedly overheard Bellwether talking about the constructs. Did Bellwether prematurely reveal the plan? Or was Jan lying about how he found out? But alas, with Bellwether gone, we'll have to delay our plans. Interesting. It's been updated now. House Frege was planning to fire Headmaster Theodore Redmond and replace him with Catherine Bellwether. They were also planning to fire all of the Academy staff and replace them with arcane constructs. This was supposed to be kept a secret, but according to Jan, Bellwether revealed this plan to the headmaster during a meeting, quote, few weeks ago. Okay, well, let's talk about Frege's rapier. So, we heard that Arya took your rapier as evidence for the case. Can you believe her? She still won't give it back to me. My father will have my head if I can't get it back soon. How did it even become part of the investigation anyways? I don't know. Arya won't tell me anything. I swear, if that necromancer was the one who stole it, I'll execute him myself. So, someone did steal it from you? Yes, from right out of my room. When did this happen? About a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago. I noticed when I came back from one of my classes, someone removed my rapier from its display case in my room. How did they get into your room in the first place? Do you think someone used magic to teleport past the door? Please, I'm a master of conjuration magic. If someone attempted that, my enhancements would have shunted. That's a word. Shunted them out. This means that the thief came through one of the doors or windows? I bet it was that necromancer. I'm sure a street child just like him just knows how to pick a lock. I'm gonna fucking kill this bitch. I'll fucking do it. Say the word, Tyrion. Alright, your grades! Let's talk about your grades, because those are grades, and your grades are great. Your great grades, if you will. Your grades! Alright. I've heard that you're one of the Academy's top students. Your grades must be amazing. Of course, as the inheritor of House Frege, my grades are impeccable. Feels good to have my greatness recognized. Oh, she's a bitch! Sorry, I hate rich people. I hate her, right now, specifically. That's strange. I don't see any contradictory through the eye this time. You make a gesture towards Celeste to continue pressing her. What kind of magic do you study here? You must be joking. I study the magic of the School of Conjuration. Just like most members of my house. The School of Conjuration. That's the type of magic that specializes in spatial manipulation and teleportation, right? Oh, that's not what I thought it was at all. Yes, I consider myself quite the expert in the field. Why, the Crown Prince himself has asked for my assistance in a research study. It's nice to work with someone of my caliber. Again, you don't see any thoughts that contradict what she's saying. Does that mean she's not lying? If she's smart enough to get the Crown Prince's... If she's smart enough to get the Crown Prince's attention, why would she be cheating? You said something about my wayward relative before. Were you talking about Arya? I'm terribly sorry if I offended you. Give me a sec. But I'm sure it must pain you to see the way that she's been acting lately. Yes, it's been extremely hard. Hang in there, Celeste. Did you know that she even interrogated me about the murder yesterday? Can you believe it? A Steelwind running around a crime scene like a common knight. Why, if I tried something like that, my father would disown me. Enraged. Oh, does the nobility not approve of Steelwind becoming a prosecutor? Probably. You always thought that it was strange. What is motivating her to do this? Honestly, she probably thinks that she could do anything just because of her betrothed. Asta deserves better.
What? She's engaged?
That's alright. Okay. That's weird. I don't know why that's like throwing me off so much. Like, really? She's engaged to Aster Arcadia from fucking Niji Sanji, apparently. Celeste's eyes perk up upon hearing this. You'd be lying if you weren't also curious about who this Aster is, but you shoot her a stern look that tells her to stay focused. Can't risk blowing your cover for some gossip. Arcane Construct.
You have an arcane construct in your room. I thought they only had them in the library in the locker room. This construct was a gift from House Fen Sanctus. I have to say, they're quite convenient to have around. They look really cool. Maybe I should get one. You should.
A construct would be far more useful than this attendant of yours.
I'll fucking kill you. I'll fucking say the word, Tyrion. I'll fucking kill her. Unfortunately, there are still some issues with their intelligence. Their intelligence? There are issues when you give them complex commands. It might be easier to show you.
Miriam turns to the construct and begins gesturing towards it.
Construct, please retrieve my textbooks and bring them here. Then cast Steelwind Strike at this location. After that, retrieve some plates and set them out at this table.
Acknowledged.
What?
The construct stands up and retrieves Miriam's textbook from one of the shelves in the room. It brings them to the table and you're sitting at it just like she ordered, but then it suddenly stops moving.
Wait, what happened? The construct obviously can't cast Steelwind Strike, so my second command was impossible to carry out. But did you notice something else? It ignored your third command too. Correct, my third command was possible to carry out. So why did it ignore that command? Constructs
Can I talk, please?
Constructs execute a series of commands in the order that they are given. But let's say,
Oh, I get it. It's like, so if first, it's like coding. I've never done coding, but I get this. It's like if the first thing is possible, go to step 2. If step 2 is possible, go to step 3. If step 2 is impossible, stop the chain, basically, is what I'm getting from this. It's like if step 1 is possible, do it and then go to step 2. If step 1 is not impossible, cancel out everything else. If step 2 is possible, do it and continue to step 3. If step 2 is not possible, stop or cancel the chain. And then, etc., etc., etc. Okay.
But let's say one of those tasks is impossible to complete. When the construct gets to that task, it will deem the entire series impossible to complete. And as a result, it will stop executing the series altogether. So if a task in a series of commands is impossible, then that command will interrupt the sequence of commands.
Exactly. Construct's logic limitation. Arcane constructs process tasks in the order they are given. If a construct is ordered to complete tasks A, B, and C, it will process each of those tasks individually. If task B is impossible, the construct won't realize this until it reaches task B. When it reaches task B, it will deem the entire series of commands as impossible and stop what it's doing, even without attempting to complete task C. Okay, and I assume that applies for task A too, if task A is impossible. Lady Steelwind, I'm afraid we must leave now if we want to make our next engagement.
Oh, right. Let's go, servant. Oh, leaving already. It was a pleasure talking to you. Yeah, sure. I hope to see you around.
Thank fuck we don't get... I don't like her. You make your way back to the foyer with Celeste. With all the time you've spent, you only have a brief amount of time before the night falls. I'm really glad that both me and Celeste hate. Just that's it. There was gonna be more of that sentence, but it's funnier if I just go hate. Are you sure you didn't want to talk to her more? We were getting a lot out of her. We already got a lot of useful information out of her. The more time we spend with her, the more likely she is to see through our ruse.
Right.
So, why Steelwind?
I don't know, I panicked!
Aria's like the only noble I know. What about Pierce?
I'm not using that creep's name.
Well, hopefully Steelwind doesn't mind us borrowing her name.
And we got her statement out. And we got her statement on what she saw that day.
And there's also what she said about her rapier.
I bet she was lying when she said it was stolen. She was probably trying to establish an alibi.
I'm not so sure.
Why do you say that? Doesn't it feel too obvious?
If she was lying about the rapier being stolen, that would imply that she planned all of this in advance. But if she had to choose a murder weapon, why would she choose something that literally has her name on it? I'd understand if the murder was a spur-of-the-moment decision, she might have just used something nearby in this case. But if this was a premeditated murder committed by Miriam, the rapier would be the last weapon she would choose.
Right, I guess that makes sense.
There's also the evidence of academic dishonesty. It doesn't match up with what we heard from Miriam.
You mean all that stuff about working with the crowned prince? She was probably just making things up to look good in front of me.
I have an insight when it comes to things like this. Under normal circumstances, I can usually tell when someone is lying. And a lie as grandiose as that would be something I would definitely see through. People can subconsciously shield themselves from the Eye of Horus, even if they don't know about it, but when they do that, you usually can't see any thoughts from them. You also saw that she was lying about her encounter with Bellwether. You would have seen dissonant thoughts if she was lying about her grades.
Well, I guess I'll trust your insight. But what does this mean?
I don't know. Even with everything we found, I'm still not sure who the real culprit is. At the very least, I think we should still try to pull Miriam onto the stand. If she testifies in court, I might be able to find something I can use. But that's a big maybe. If you don't play your cards right, you can spook the Fregas enough for them to pay off the judge.
Either way, it's getting late. We'll probably have to turn in soon.
Yeah, you just hope you did enough to acquit Wallace. Oh, okay, cool. We're on this part. Overwrite. Order in the motherfucking court! Court is now reserved for the trial of Wallace Nightgrave. I am going to... Yeah. I am gonna be right back real quick, because one, actually, maybe I should just stop here. I've only been live for an hour and 30. Kinda want to continue. But also, I would rather just start the trial as its own stream. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I have no real reason to go longer than I need. I'm not like contractually obligated or anything like that. So, let me go here. And we are going to wrap up. I just want to see if I go to the save where it takes me to. Okay. Okay. I don't... Alright. Woo! Oh, God. Excuse me. Okay. That was an investigation, all right. I still have the clip posted, or like the clip pulled up of when she said my fucking name. That is really, really weird. Me no likey the fact that she said me name. Oh, that's definitely gonna be the thumbnail. Which I will remember now because I don't have, I don't have like the backlog anymore. I have so if you recall, or maybe, for those who don't know, basically I had this big, like, backlog of the streams, like the VODs. And as of today, when we're recording, like when this stream is going live, the first stream from after my break has gone live. So we're back on track, and I think by the time probably by the time this comes out, I'm going to start, like, you know, right as I'm done streaming, edit, like, or like put the VOD on my YouTube and then get it all ready to be posted. I think I can start doing that so that these VODs go up, like, basically the next day, which would be really fucking awesome. I'd really like if I could get that. So this will be up soon, and I'm gonna remember that the thumbnail needs to be when she did that. Anyways, we're gonna wrap up here. Thank you everyone who came by. I really appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. It's super sick. I'm really enjoying this game and how it's, like, taking everything. It's awesome. With that in mind, I will end stream here. Are any of my friends live right now? Yeah, one of them is actually. I don't know if you, can I just copy your name? I can. Let me put this in, /raid. This should work. Alright, we're gonna raid my friend, who is testing out VTubing. Hopefully I don't stress them out. Should be fine. Thank you everyone who came by. Please support my friend, because they're awesome. Alright, bye.